Today, I'm going to show you the only Bitcoin price that actually matters. We're going to take this simple line chart on the monthly and show you how Bitcoin's been in a very distinct price channel for 10 years. And you're going to be a little bit surprised as to what's happening right now inside this price channel with the current price action. Welcome in. If you're new, my name is Steve. I'm going to help you get closer to your financial freedom. We just launched an indicator bundle and it's been completely on fire. It's blown my mind with the feedback we've gotten from you and our community on this. If you don't sign up, you're probably going to miss out because the seats are filling up incredibly quickly. So you need to sign up. Go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. The link will be down in the description. The first link, I'll also link it right below. But there's limited seats because the price is so heavily discounted. Once the seats are filled, you're not going to be able to get that price anymore. Now, there were a few questions I want to address. One is with folks that are struggling a little bit with money. I do have something special for you. But another question I want to address first is, are these indicators only for Bitcoin? Yes, they were designed for Bitcoin. However, we designed some very specific strategies for a couple of the other biggest altcoins. For example, this strategy is back tested for 4 years on Ethereum. I love Ethereum. You probably love Ethereum. And the strategy that we launch in the indicator bundle dominates Ethereum. I mean, completely dominates. So if you want to dominate Bitcoin in Ethereum, the game-changing bundle is for you. If you want buy alerts right to your phone, sell alerts right to your phone, if you want to get one step closer to financial freedom, this is for you. Look at the data in front of you. For the past 4 years on Ethereum, if you just bought and held, you would have made 35,000%, which is absurd, right? Let's be honest, that's life-changing in and of itself. And this is starting with $1,000. You would have turned $1,000 into like 360,000. But what would it felt like to turn that same 1,000 into 3.2 million? Would you rather have 3.2 million or would you rather have 360,000? What would you do with 10 times the amount of profit? That's what this game-changing indicator bundle will do for you. You've got to sign up before the seats are filled. I also want to mention that this game-changing indicator bundle is very different than the hybrid indicator. Completely different strategies, all new stuff, completely different than the courses. And now we wanted to do something even more special for single moms, single dads, people that have really been affected by COVID, people that are from less fortunate countries, veterans, whatever the case may be. If you feel that you fit that criteria and you're struggling with your current situation, you're looking for a way out, you want financial freedom, you want to do something to get better results with buying and selling, send me an email right now. And I want to help those people that are really in need of some help. So I'll put the email down in the description. We'll put it on the screen. The email is info@cryptocrewuniversity.com. I look forward to helping you, welcome you in, but the game-changing indicator bundle is on fire. It's blown my mind with the feedback, so you better sign up. Let's get to this chart. This is fascinating what I'm about to show you. We're going to draw 3 distinct lines on this chart, making a price channel. There's going to be the top of the channel, there's going to be the bottom of the channel, and our median line. And again, wait till you see what's happening right now with the current price action. So what we're on is just the monthly chart, and we're on the line chart, right? The line chart is the closing price, so it makes it clean and clear, really easy to understand. So we're going to pop on our trend line here. And what we're going to do is we're going to start from this June 2011. As I mentioned, it's a 10-year price channel that we've been in. And what we're going to do is when you start, we're going to start right from our resistance point here. So we're going to take our trend line. We're going to start right from the top of that resistance point. And when you draw it out, what we're going to show you is how significant this is. This is going to be the bottom of our price channel. So you could see that through the years of 2015 and all the way through the years of 2016 and into 2017, this held our support zone. Okay, this was our support zone. And when we extended out, you can start to see that it also affected this level here in 2019. And it affected 2020. So when we draw it out, you can start to see like, okay, this is the bottom of that price channel, and it's been pretty significant throughout the years. First, holding resistance in 2011, and then back here in 2015, in January 2015, holding support. We breached it briefly, but through 2015 and through 2016 and even into 2017, it acted as significant support. Even from our fall, our plummet from 20K, we still got into that support zone and held up very strong. And even the coronavirus crash, still holding up strong back here in 2020. All right, so that's the bottom of our price channel. Now let's draw the top of the price channel. And this may get you a little bit excited, but for example, for the bottom of our price channel, obviously we have a ton of touch points. What you would ideally like for the trend line to become official is 3 touch points. We don't have that much data yet, but we're going to connect these 2 just to give you an idea of the top of the price channel. So we're going to extend this out, and this is just touching the top of November 2013 and the top, that 20K top, which you probably remember. And we're just going to go ahead and extend that out, and we're going to see, what it could mean in the coming months or coming years for Bitcoin. How high can we go? And also we're going to touch on how low we can go. But this is where the magic happens, because I'm about to draw our median line, which really plays with a lot of data points. And particularly it plays with where price action is right now. So top of our price channel, bottom of our price channel intact for our 10-year price channel. So we're going to go ahead here and we're going to draw our median line. And again, wait till you see what this means for Bitcoin right now. What we're going to do is we're going to start at the top of April 2013. This was our resistance point. And when you start to connect the dots, we're going to go ahead and make this line red. So when you go ahead and you connect our resistance point here and you start to draw this out, you can start to see, okay, it's resistance here. It's also resistance in 2014. And when you draw this same line out, you can see it started to play with this price action right here. It started to play with June 2017. And if you draw this out, you can say, okay, it started to play with this level back here in 2018. And when you draw it out, you can say, okay, it started to play with the top of that 14K top, which you probably remember very well. So far we've got 2013, boom, resistance, also holding some resistance from 2014, also holding some resistance from 2017. We finally broke through it. We're holding support in 2018, and then boom, once you break support, it becomes resistance. It became resistance in 2019. And again, look at what happens when you draw this out. So we got the top channel, the bottom channel, and we'll go ahead and we'll clean up our lines here in a minute. But I wanted to draw it live with you so that you can really get a sense for what happens when you start to connect the dots here and what it means for Bitcoin. So you can start to see what's going on present day. Okay, all we did was we connected all these resistance points and critical levels here of support and resistance over the years, over the past 10 years, to come up with this really fascinating price channel. Okay, now we're going to talk about a couple key things. How low could we go over the next couple of years? We're going to extrapolate the information out from the bottom here. And then how high could we go potentially using 2 touch points? I wish we had more, but Bitcoin's still pretty new. But where we do have a lot of touch points is this median line here. And we're going to talk about how significant it is where we are right now. So 3 things we're going to discuss. Let's break it down pound for pound. We'll talk about the bottom trend line first. So how low could Bitcoin go over the coming years? Just using the bottom of our support zone. So for example, in December 2022, like a year from now, more than a year from now, we're talking about like a 35K bottom of our trend line. And again, this is if we stay inside this price channel, but it's pretty interesting stuff, especially once you look at it from a different angle. You probably haven't looked at 10 years of Bitcoin data like this before, but it's pretty fascinating. So once we draw this out a little bit further, what could happen if Bitcoin breaks this median line, which we'll talk about in a moment. But let's say hypothetically it breaks it over the coming months or next year. Let's say potentially that same time period, that December time period, how high could we go in 2022? This is the 300K. This is 300K. So it's pretty reasonable. It's not like, hey, Bitcoin's going to go to 20 million based on this chart. This is a pretty logical, this is pretty reasonable. We don't have enough data points yet on the top, so this is pretty blue sky. But again, the major thing happening right now is that same resistance point that we saw at 14K is happening right now. What you don't want to see, and if you love charts, you're very well aware, is when you break this area, it needs to act as support. So we broke this resistance. We did not get support here in May of this year. In fact, we broke through it. And then what you always see in charts is a retest back to the where you came from. So that's still our resistance area because we broke it, right? And it did act as resistance. So we showed a lot of weakness with this median line. The same median line that before, back here in May 2017, we broke through, we held support back here in September, and then we were off to the races up to the top. Okay, that didn't happen this time. We broke through, we failed to hold support, we broke through again, and we failed to break through with a retest. We retested this area and we got rejected. So in simple terms, where is this median line now and where could it be over the coming months to coming years? If we just look at this median line, because we will retest it, it's just a matter of time. We are going to retest this. Whether we come all the way back down to the bottom channel, which I know you don't want to hear, but look, it's a possibility, or we retest it over the coming months. If you go to like Christmas time this year, median line is at 67,000, just about 68,000. So that's good news, right? Let's go, a year into the future. We're talking about November 2022. We're talking about 130K. So we will retest this. It's only a matter of time. But what's cool about this is you start to piece the puzzle together, because what happens is you and other people you know in crypto, they get too emotionally involved in the day-to-day. Oh my God, Bitcoin is up $4. Oh my God, it's down $7. Oh my God, it's up $11. Oh my God, I'm rich. We're up $12. And then we're down $17. And then you're sad. So you're in this day-to-day grind, following the herd. You're following the sheep, reacting to every bit of news, every price change. And when you take a step back and you take 5-6 steps back and you look at the big picture, you can take a breath of fresh air, because we're fine. We're all good, right? We just got rejected from the most critical level in Bitcoin, period. How do you know it's the most critical? Look at how many touch points we've got. It was the major touch point in 2013. It was the major resistance in 2014, where we were in a bear market. A lot of people still tried to call it a bull market. We tried to retest this area. We got rejected again. We fell all the way to the bottom and we hung out there for 2 years. We came back up. We battled it in May. We broke through. We held support. We went all the way to the top. This is the most critical level in Bitcoin. It held critical resistance here at 14K. If you remember, this was our gravestone doji call on Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was going to the moon, everybody was super excited. They said 100K is right around the corner. And we said, not so fast. That candle that we printed on the 2-week chart or the 1-week chart was a gravestone doji. It was a reversal candle. Same with the candle that we printed here at our rejection point. It's not a pretty candle, the shooting star, but again, a lot of people want to say, we're going to 100K tomorrow or the next day. That'll get a lot of clicks. It'll get a lot of people happy, but we're more logical. We're more realistic. And just the facts and the charts are, that's a major rejection. I would not be surprised at all if over the coming 6 months we fell to this bottom channel. Just based on the charts, that would not be surprising. We need to see a retest and we need to show strength. We have not shown strength in the past couple of years with this median line. So I wanted to bring this chart to your attention. It's something that you can easily draw at home following the simple steps. And again, have this in your back pocket. We'll revisit this over the coming months, and let's look at, the price, the bottom of this price channel. You talk about like a February, January timeframe, we're talking about 20K. So it's not the end of the world. It's not like Bitcoin's going to zero. It's pretty likely we'll hold strong support here. We've shown that throughout history. We've shown that throughout the past 10 years that this is our level. So we'll come back, we'll revisit this. Let me know in the comments down below. I would also love to see comments from all of the folks that signed up to the game-changing indicator bundle. I know tons of people were blown away. Leave the comment down below. If you're a student, leave the comment down below. Also, if you're a student, check your email because you have a special student discount on the indicator bundle. And again, those of you that are struggling a little bit with money, looking for that way out, looking for that something special, looking for somebody to lend a helping hand, send me an email, because we're doing something special for you folks that are single moms, single dads, got really affected by coronavirus, from a less fortunate country. Whatever the situation is, if you feel you're deserving, send an email, but go sign up to the Indicator Bundle. This will help you tremendously. And the seats, I didn't expect the seats to fill up as fast as they are. So if you don't act now, you're probably going to miss out. All right. So I'll see you right back here on the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs.